Okay. So first, okay, you need to import a library. Okay. Now,
Okay.
um, for to connect to every other database, okay, there's a different
Mm.
library. Okay, and this is what I
Mm.
said that if you want to connect to MySQL, you have
Mm.
PyMySQL, okay, which is used to connect to MySQL, Python MySQL.
Okay.
If you want to connect to, uh, let's say, let me share my screen. Okay. Um,
Yeah.
okay. Library to connect Python. Ah, see, I know it hears me also. Okay, so Python driver for SQL Server. Okay, would
Mm.
be yeah. Okay, so this also talks about PyMySQL, PyODBC, and connect using PyODBC. In fact, PyODBC can connect to both SQL Server and Oracle. So it's like you're creating a ODBC connection, and your
Okay.
username
So does it connect to the Azure SQL as well?
Azure SQL also you should be able to connect. Okay.
Okay.
So
So okay, ODBC should be able to connect to SQL Server or to the Azure SQL.
yeah, yes, yes. Because I think all the connecting parameters you'll be adding at the uh, uh, which is by ODBC, right? Because
Mm-hmm.
when we create the DSN name, right, then that's when we add all these information, right? Which server, username, password, right?
Mm-hmm. Mm.
You connect, you create that, and then we just use the ODBC stuff.
Okay.
So okay, and this is your documentation for ODBC. I think it has. Uh, I think you have to go through multiple things here, create a SQL database and stuff like that. Okay,
Okay.
so I'll share this link also so that you go
Mm.
through it. And same thing what we do in the class now, you can try to do uh, on your system as well. Okay,
Okay.
just try to see if it works. Okay.
Okay.
Only this one, okay. The rest of the step that we do, right, these are almost common. Okay, all the library will have connect where you're connecting to the server. Now, connect to ODBC would be different than connect to server, right? But other
Mm.
methods like execute, rollback will be exactly the same.
Mm.
Where are you? Are you on
Okay.
Zoom, PyCharm or on the browser?
I'm PyCharm, right? We are using the PyCharm.
So, okay. So, follow
Yeah.
the configuration step from that link. Okay. And
Okay.
any problem, then next session we can share our screen and we'll try to fix it. Okay.
Sure. Yeah.
Okay. So, okay. So, once you import the library, first thing is
Mm-hmm.
open the database, establish the connection.
Okay.
Okay. So here you will create an object. Let's say I call it as DB object or something. Okay. Equal
Okay.
to 5mysql.connect. So even, okay, PyODC will have connect. Okay. Only
Mm.
difference
Mm.
is the parameters that you pass. Okay.
Okay.
Normal this thing, like PyODC, we have to pass the database first. Like again, if you have worked with TNS names, right, they will have those settings, right? Or even the OTP DSN will have these names. First, you have to indicate the IP address, right? If it is a local
Mm-hmm.
machine, then you say localhost. Okay. Then
Okay.
you give the username. Okay. So let's say root is the username. Then you give learn. Yes, okay, this is my password. Okay, of my
Okay.
local database. So you give the password. And advantage with ODBC is that these things are hidden in the DSN, right? You don't have to expose these things in your code. And
Okay.
the database name that I have, let's
I'm still seeing your um, the
Chrome.
Chrome. Yeah. Exactly.
That's why I asked you, are you using PyCharm? You said yes. I thought, okay. Like,
Oh, I didn't get that. Okay. So I thought you are asking me how I am executing it
oh,
also.
okay. Now you see the screen,
Yeah, now I see. Yeah.
and this is okay. I'm going to run it. So when you run it, no error. Okay. Okay. So it says connection takes. So you have to give. You have to so this is older way. Okay. Newer way. You have to pass the values like uh, here. I'll say this is server name, right? So I think server name is fine. Um, Username. Okay. So you have to say user. Okay. So user equal to,
Mm. Mm.
then you have to say password equal to password, and this is your DB or database. Okay.
Mm.
Um,
Mm.
the one that I have. Okay. We'll see if it doesn't work, then we will change. So now
Okay.
we run it. Okay. Two position argument. Here I think server or okay. The best thing is I will say PyMySQL dot connect, and then so host name, okay? Host, that's the okay. It'll give you suggestions. Okay, so this is host.
Okay.
Okay, we comment it out. Now let me see. Okay.
Localhost root password and
But
DB
sometimes
database name. Okay.
surprising, like using this is never worked with. Let me see. Okay, let's go ahead and we'll create a
Okay.
cursor object. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Cursor object is the one that will take the data from our Python to database and
Mm.
back. Okay, if in select queries, be able to pull back the data from the database to
Mm.
the
Okay.
okay, and when you open this, we have to close it also, right? So db dot close, and all our this thing should happen between open and close. Let's see. Also, this close error. I don't know why some new stuff has been added, I guess. Okay. Uh, okay. I'll have to figure out why. Earlier, you could directly pass. Now, I think they have created some kind of mechanism to. Uh, okay, one second. Let me do pip install by my tool, and then let it run the background. I'll go and check why this error is. Maybe they must have updated something in MySQL library, or
Mm-hmm.
which is creating this problem. This last
Okay.
one, so I use it all fine.
Mm-hmm.
Fine. It says to install cryptography package.
Okay.
Go back to the terminal. This is already satisfied because I already have it. Let me install cryptography package. The thing is, I keep installing a lot of packages, right? It's always best that you create different versions for Python for different stuff. I did few
Mm-hmm.
stuff in between, so I don't that would have created a problem or so. Run it and see. Yeah, there's no problem now. So we had to install cryptography. So pip install cryptography solve that problem.
Mm. So from my end, I am thinking, what I should do. I don't have a SQL server installed on my machine. I only have an SSMS,
Mhm.
and from the SSMS, I connect to different Azure SQL servers. So I am not sure if we will be able to connect to the Azure SQL Server as such using this kind of connection string.
Uh,
Because for Azure SQL, it is gonna be Azure authentication, right? The Entra authentication. So
yes.
it has to go to the Azure and then it has to validate my username and password, and it comes back.
Yeah, correct. See, so there will be some mechanism. Okay.
Hmm.
So
Hmm.
uh, try to Google and see if you are able to do it.
Okay.
Otherwise, next
Okay.
we'll together we'll see how to do it.
Okay.
Okay. So yes, as I said, this is what will create problems. That's all.
Hmm.
What we're going to write now in between these lines of code will be exactly same. Okay.
Okay.
Yes, this will create problem connecting to different mechanisms. Connect mechanism would be different. Okay. So
Hmm.
the
Okay.
link here, no, I think it talks about those situations also.
Okay.
This link helps you. Okay. If it doesn't help, then we will
Sure. Yeah.
you create a dummy table there.
Hmm.
Can you create a database there?
I think yes.
Okay. You can create a new database itself, and you can do the same project one that we are doing, right? So based on that one, you can create
Yeah.
a query database,
Yeah.
and we'll try to
Yeah.
then connect from here and see if we're able to connect to the database or not.
Okay.
So let's see if we can do that.
Okay.
Otherwise, next session we will sit and we'll try to debug and see, how we can.
Sure. Yeah.
But I'm sure, like, whatever we'll do now, right? Those things
Mm-hmm.
will not have any impact on your whichever source you are using. Okay?
Okay. Mm-hmm.
Everything will be exactly the same. As long as they are RDBMS, this will work fine.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Here we'll have to think what to do.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. So we have to create a cursor object for.
Sorry.
So on line number 10, you are trying to create a cursor object, right?
Yes, yes. Okay.
So
As
for any source, we have to create a cursor object. That's
correct,
how it works.
correct.
Okay.
Any source you have to create the cursor object, and all these
Okay.
magic or whatever, right, will be done through
Mm-hmm.
this cursor object only.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
let's. So now let's say you want to create a or read a table. Okay. So,
Mm.
so this cursor object is ready, right? Now
Mm.
you can create your SQL command here. Yes, I say statement one or something like this. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And I want to um, select, we'll see last. Okay. Because select will have
Okay.
to read the output also, correct? Now,
Okay.
uh, okay. Now let me show you this database. Then I'll also remember what we did. Okay. Just let me open my SQL database. Okay. So I think it's taking some time to open. Meanwhile, we'll try to create a table there. We try to create a simple
Mm.
create table, and I call this as sample one. Okay. And you give
Okay.
your so I'll give ID. ID will be what? Numeric, right? Or integer, correct?
Yeah.
Okay. Um, integer or int. Int is enough, right?
Int. Int. Yeah. So if my SQL matches SQL Server, then it is yeah, int. Yeah.
Int, correct. And then you have primary key. We could declare this as primary key. And then let
Mm.
me give name. Okay. Name
Okay.
will give, let's say, varchar.
Mm.
Varchar 20. We'll create a simple table. Okay. So create
Okay.
table. table name, and that's it, right? Okay.
Yeah.
So, okay. Now,
Yeah.
okay. So this is a statement, SQL statement that I need to pass to
Mm.
my workbench. So to execute
Okay.
it, okay, I have to
Mm.
say cursor object dot execute, and then you pass the statement as okay.
Mm.
And
Okay.
now when I run it one time, okay, no error. That means table has been successfully created. Okay.
Okay.
Now if I try to run it again, second time, I'm
Mm.
running it second time, okay, there's an
It will
error.
throw an error.
That
Okay.
that table already exists. That
Okay.
successfully has created the table there. Right?
Mm. Mm.
Um, uh, okay. So now
Mm.
we can add some data to it.
Mm.
Okay. So I'm going to create string2 equal to. So I'm putting triple quotation purposely because sometimes we might have to add single or double quotation, right, in the value. So to
Mm-hmm.
any kind of error, I'm going to insert this value. So
Okay.
now I'm going to say insert into sample1, right?
Mm.
Let's not use values. Let's directly give the values here because
Okay.
let's not use the column name. Directly we can give
Mm.
the values, right?
Yeah.
So, so when we give the values, do we write values here?
No. Yes. Yeah. Into sample values.
So you say values, right? And
Yeah.
let's say
One comma some name.
one comma, let's say we give some name, right?
Mm.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now again we will say execute.
Yeah.
Execute. Now I run it. Okay.
Mm.
Successfully run. Now if I run
Okay.
it again, will we get error?
No, it will. Yes, we will get error because it's a primary key.
Right? But
Mm.
what happened? There is no error. I'm running it multiple times. Why? What happened?
Wow.
Okay.
Mm.
Your insert, update, delete.
Mm.
Call them data. They are data manipulation, DML, right?
Mm. Yeah.
DML statements need to have commit. Data
Oh, okay.
change the structure. Like create table doesn't have to have commit, right? It is
Mm.
one-time job. Now the insert is
Mm-hmm.
happening in our session.
Mm.
So when you run it, it creates a session, it does it to the table, and when program ends, your session ends. And all
Okay.
data is by default rolled back. So to
Mm-hmm.
perform all these DML operation, insert, update, or delete, you will have
Mm-hmm.
commit it. You have to call commit for the data to
Mm.
be actually committed in the database, right?
Okay.
So to
Mm.
commit, okay, so after execute, we need to commit. So db dot
Okay.
or db object we have, right? db object dot commit. Okay. When you commit it, now it is saved permanently. Now when I try to insert again,
Mm.
duplicate entry, the exception we got, integrity error.
Okay.
Now it is not able to do that. So this is
Okay.
correct. If I want
Mm.
to add um, value, okay, by reading from the user.
Mm.
Okay, so let's say
Mm.
I'm asking the user here. Okay, I call it as
Mm.
one equal to
Mm.
okay int. Sorry, not int, right? Input directly because we want
Input.
to enter the say enter constraint.
Mm.
Okay, so instead of Sachin,
Mm.
I want to insert name one. Okay, so I'll make it
Mm-hmm.
okay. And
Mm.
uh, then what I'll do, okay, I will have to have some kind of mechanism to replace this, right? So here what,
Name one.
okay, yeah. So we say, okay, value, okay. Also,
Mm.
we'll put as percentage D here for integer decimal. And
Mm-hmm.
percentage S, if you want to use your
String.
string, yes.
Okay. Mm.
Okay.
Mm.
Um, um, okay. And
Mm.
now I will create, once you read the value, let's say I call this as values or something. Okay. So values equal to, okay, 2
Mm.
comma then 1, right?
Mm.
Now I need to, okay, add this
Mm.
as percentage values.
Mm.
Okay. Now let me run it and see if I got it right. Employee name, let's say I put Rohit. Okay. It has successfully added Rohit.
Mm.
Okay.
Mm.
Let me do one more thing. I'll put here as the, you can use for loop, right? If you want to read multiple values.
Mm-hmm.
So
Mm.
you can say here for I in May. Already 2 is done, right? So 3,
Mm.
go with 3, 4, and 5. 3 comma 6. Okay. Insert here and values of 2 will put I. Okay.
Mm.
And now let's, and this should also be right? We need to insert it.
Mm.
So I'm inserting 3, 4, and 5. ID 3, 4, and 5, correct? Now, when
Okay.
you
Yeah.
run it, this is for ID 3. Okay, I'll say
Mm.
employee name Dhoni. This is for 4. And one more, let's say 5, done. Correct? Now we
Mm.
should
Yeah.
data into the table with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay.
Mm.
Now, just to make sure that we don't have to repeat it, I'm going to comment it out, right? That it
Okay.
doesn't, now that this is, it shouldn't be a big problem. Double click it. Okay. So this is
Okay.
create a table. The table. This is into insert. Now we will read the data from the table. So we will create our statement 3, let's say, and we call this as select star um, from sample one, right?
Sample one. Yeah.
Let's start from sample. Okay.
Mm.
Now we will execute cursor dot execute select. Now
Yeah.
all other statements were one-way traffic, right? Only the state, give command to the database. Now here we need to get the data from database,
Database.
right? So here
Yeah.
you will say, okay, um, cursor execute is fine. Now cursor
Mm.
will store the value. So I'm going to say
Mm.
data equal to
Mm.
cursor object dot, you have fetch one all many. Want to read all, you
Mm.
fetch all.
Okay.
So now data has all the, you know, so this is like a list of list. Data is like a list of list.
So even though it is a select statement, it doesn't display that statement directly, but instead it will store in the cursor object, and then we have to fetch it from the cursor
Fetch all.
object.
Yes. And
Okay.
now your data has all the data. So I can directly print data here.
Mm.
Let's run it. Okay. You know what happened? We got one, Rohit and Lakshman. Last one we got, but 4 and 5 did not happen. I think we should have
Yeah.
given the commit there also, I guess, right? Could that be the reason why we could?
Yeah, could be.
So then let's do one more thing. Let's first delete
Mm.
Lakshman. Okay.
Mm. But
So
whatever insert statement happened, it should have committed all those as well,
yeah,
right?
you are in same session, right? Uh,
Mm.
let's see if we made a mistake here. So we read the employee, created the value,
Mm.
and this
Mm.
value statement should have said insert, insert. Let's see if this will solve the problem. Okay.
Okay.
So what I'll do is, okay, we will use delete.
Mm.
Let's use delete.
Okay.
Okay. So
Mm.
uh, statement 4, I'll call this, and
Mm.
say delete
Delete from.
from sample one,
Yeah.
right? Where ID equal to 5. Want to delete Lakshman so that we can run the loop again. And I'll say,
Okay.
okay, before,
Yeah.
since we are saying commit, so,
Mm.
this delete should commit itself.
Mm.
Okay. So now you see we got the two values. Now let's
Okay.
comment this delete part
Mm.
and let's uncomment this insert part.
Mm.
Let's run it. So I'll say Virat, Dhoni, Lakshman. No, it's not taking it. Why? Oh, where's the
So
commit?
first time.
No, no, no. Execute. It's not about commit. We have.
Oh. Okay.
Aha. This one should have been.
Okay. Okay. That's what we were thinking. The
Yeah.
commit should have taken care of all the.
Right, right. But it was.
Okay.
Yeah.
So do we have a commit now at the end?
Yeah. At the end, we have. Uh,
Okay.
at the end, we have. That's why I've deleted from here.
Okay.
And, we'll first delete it and we'll try to insert again. We'll delete 5, ID 5.
Mm.
And now we'll commit delete and we'll
Mm.
enable this here now. So we'll
Okay.
run employee name Virat Dhoni and yeah, now we see all 5.
Okay.
Now to see if it is saved or not, like commit has happened, or we're not sure, right? Because our select was also in
Mm.
same session. So you will get this value.
Mm.
Now if the select
Mm.
is same value, that means data is
Mm.
correct in the database.
Okay.
This is how you can bring. Now this is a list of sorry, this is a tuple of tuple, right?
Mm.
Tuple of tuple, right? So tuple of tuple is also, it will behave like list of list only. So now it
Mm.
was using our skills of tuple to print it. Now I want only names, right? So if I
Mm.
want only
Mm.
names, so I will not say print, okay, data. I'll say here for I in range or not range, we'll say I in data. If I say I in data, I will be each row, correct?
Mm.
So print I,
Mm.
if I do I, okay, so
Mm.
print. So now it will print each line here, right?
Mm.
If I say I of 1, you'll get
Okay.
Sachin, Rohit, Virat, Lakshmi, right? So
Okay.
once you get it, it's up to you how you want to use it in your work.
Result.
And similarly, like the way we have done delete, select, you can do update also.
Mm.
And if
Yeah.
you again here also see ID equal to 5, we have given a direct value. But if you wanted to give it dynamically,
Mm.
you will here say ID equal to quotation percentage D and then
Mm.
modulo and then you pass the value 5 or variable,
Okay.
right?
Mm.
Sorry. So this has to be as a tuple. Okay. So see values is already a tuple. That's why we did not put bracket.
Okay.
Here you'll have to put bracket. So you see if it works or not. Let's
Mhm.
run this and see what happens.
Okay.
Should not give us Lakshman.
Mm.
We didn't get Lakshman.
Yeah.
Huh? Okay, so this is how you can create dynamic queries, or you can directly give values here itself. You don't have to do percentage.
Okay.
Mhm. Yeah, that is it. So now you know how to handle database from Python.
Okay.
Simple. Yeah. So depending upon which database you are using, you'll have to change it. Rest of the stuff is
Yes.
active.
Okay.
Okay, we'll stop here for today. Uh,
Sure. Yeah.
yeah, and try to connect to your database and see if you can.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay. And next session, we will talk about how to connect or work with text file, an Excel file, and things like
Mm. Sure. Yeah.
that.
Okay. Yeah. Sure, Sapna.
Okay.
Thank you.
Sure. Take care. We'll see you.
Yeah. Yeah. Have a good day. Bye.
Good day, friends.